Hey everyone, it is Sadia from the Cozy Nutty Knitter. I just wanted to show you the two different ways that I personally know how to knit. Now, mind you, there are so many different ways to knit, and no two knitters are exactly alike. You could see them, obviously they're performing the same stitch, but they may hold their needles differently, they're working yarn differently. But these are just two basic ways that I can show you that basically have worked for me. And of course, as you become more of a proficient knitter, you will find the ways that fits you the best and is more comfortable and more efficient for you. So the two ways I'm going to show you, you have the English way and you have the Continental way. And the predominant difference between the two are where your working yarn is. So with the English way, it's on the right. This is how I learned how to knit. But the Continental way, the working yarn, is actually on the left hand. So let me start off by showing you how I do this. Now, mind you, when I first started knitting, it was just a matter, I really didn't even hold on to the working yarn at all. I just held on to my needles, and then I would stick my right hand needle in knitwise, and then I would grab my working yarn. I'd find it, grab it, wrap it around, and then pull it through. And what happened there was that I didn't have any tension to help keep my yarn on my needle. So my stitches weren't uniform, but of course, through time, I've gotten better. And I've figured out my own way that I like to hold it. And so how I perform the English style knitting is that it's very important for me to set tension with the yarn. And so that way it's not flailing and my stitches aren't uniform. So how I like to do this is that I like to take my right hand pinky, scoop up the yarn with my right hand pinky and wrap it around once and bring it underneath the next two fingers. And then I take my pointer finger and put it underneath that yarn. And I literally keep my pointer finger close to the tip of my right hand needle. And I'm ready to knit. Let me show you that again. So I'm going to grab the yarn with my right pinky. I'm going to go over, scoop it around, bring it underneath the next two needles, and actually grab it with my last two fingers. And then I'm going to take my pointer finger, bring it under like that, and I'm ready to knit. And so if I want to perform the knit stitch, this is all I have to do. I'm holding my fabric in my left hand, push it up, and then put my needle in knitwise. And I'm still holding on to everything, but I'm slowly releasing the yarn and knitting. Now, to perform the purl stitch, all I do is I'm still holding everything pretty much the same, but I'm just bringing my working yarn forward, and then I am able to perform the purl stitch. But I'm not going to complete it because in this project, I'm just knitting. Now, let me bring that over. Continental style knitting, the working yarn is in the left hand. And this is perfect, especially for left-hand knitters, but I've seen this done in ways that are so fast that you can barely, the needle's just moving quickly. But you're setting the tension pretty much the same way. It's just on the left hand. So I grab the working yarn with my left pinky. I wrap it around underneath the next two fingers, take my pointer finger and bring it underneath that working yarn, and I'm ready to go. And then I make sure that my working yarn is close to the tip of my left needle, and I am ready to knit. And how I do this is that I take my right hand and use my right needle and insert my needle the knit way. But I'm actually going in, I don't know if you can see, and scooping up the yarn. And that's how I perform a knit stitch Continental way. And for a lot of people, this is a lot quicker. Now, if you want to perform the purl stitch Continental way, You basically have to set the tension the same way. And then that pointer finger that's holding onto that yarn, what you do is that you're literally bringing that finger forward like this. And then you take your right hand needle and wrap it around and scoop it through that way. Let me show you how I did that again. So you're bringing your pointer finger over the left hand needle. You're taking your right hand needle and you're taking the needle and placing it into the stitch purlwise. And then you're kind of bringing the yarn up like this so that it scoops. So it goes around the bottom of that right needle and you're able to scoop it through like that. And that's how you perform the continental style purl stitch. Now, if you're just learning how to knit, I hope I've taught you a thing or two. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions whatsoever. But I just wanted to show you how I basically like to knit. Mind you, like I've said before, there are so many different ways of holding your needle and your working yarn and performing a knit and purl stitch. And if you're observant of other knitters, you will see that they're basically doing the same thing. They're just doing it in a different way. There's no wrong or right way. All that matters is that it works for you and that you're able to complete your projects. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope I was able to teach you a thing or two, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.